was a beautiful spring day in Savannah, Georgia. And I'm sitting in Miss Straight's 10th grade history class, staring out the window. It was warm outside and I could feel the sun beaming down on me. I hear a tapping sound. I hadn't paid attention to it at first. Then I heard it again. I started to wonder what this tapping sound was, and it turned into a knock. "Richie, what are you doing?" Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, guest. I didn't have a very good answer for Miss Straight that day. At least not one that I thought that she would like. I could have said that I was dreaming of far off places that I wanted to go, or all the things that I wanted to accomplish in life. Miss Straight would have liked for me to have said that I was contemplating the economic impacts of the Roman Empire, which is what she had been explaining in great detail. Instead, my only answer was nothing. You see, at that point in my life, my goal was to do as little as possible, even less if I could get away with it. I was not a very great student. I passed Miss Straight's class with a D, which meant I was done for me. Nobody had any great expectations from me. It's not enough to say that nobody in my family had ever been to college. I don't think anybody from my family knew anybody that had gone to college. I assumed whenever I got out of high school, I'd get a job on the crab boats. I had no idea how the Roman Empire was going to help me get a job on the crab boats. And I wasn't willing to do anything extra. Then one day I'm sitting in class and I hear a knock at the door. This time I'm getting called out of class to go meet with the local U.S. Navy recruiter. His name was David Lowry. To this day, he's probably the best salesperson I've ever met because he told me I had potential. Nobody had ever tried to sell that to me before. He said I just needed direction and motivation. And based on my test scores, I'd qualified for the electronics field. And he said if I completed that training, I'd have other job opportunities once I got out of the Navy. Now, I could relate to that. My family didn't know any college graduates, but we knew one electrician. 2 weeks after high school, I'm off to boot camp in the Navy. Now, if you're not familiar with the military structure, there's a little bit of a class system. You see, you have the officers, the college graduates, in the upper class, and us enlisted guys, the non-college graduates, in the lower class. The officers, they got their sharp dress uniforms. Us enlisted folks, well, our uniforms are okay, but sometimes we have to clean toilets. One day I was on the ship doing my normal toilet cleaning duties, and I hear a knock at the door. This time it was the lieutenant. He was coming in to inspect our toilet cleaning ability. And I look up at him and I realize that him and I are about the same age, except that he had a college degree and I'm cleaning toilets. All of a sudden, it just didn't smell right. I decided at that point that I'm going to go get me a college degree. I saw the benefit and the opportunity that a college degree would give me. As you can imagine, with my below average high school performance and a rock solid 780 on the SAT, the college acceptance letters were pouring in. At that stage of my life, though, I was willing to do the hard work that it took to get a college degree. I took community college classes while I was in the Navy, which led me to transfer into Georgia State so that I could sneak in the back door at Georgia Tech. I was willing to do the preparation it took to get an engineering degree. Then I got a job as an engineer, only to realize that I'm now competing with a bunch of people my same age that have 6 more years of engineering experience than I had. Some people are trying to get ahead in life. I was just trying to catch up. And the toilet cleaning expertise that I achieved in the Navy was no longer valuable in my new job as an engineer. When I was in the Navy, I saw a lot of great examples of leadership and communication skills and how those skills can advance your career. At that time, I wasn't familiar with Toastmasters, so I thought the best way for me to obtain those skills was to go back and get an MBA. I had no idea what an MBA was going to do for me and what kind of opportunity it would bring. But I went back and got an MBA, and I applied those business skills to my engineering job. And a few years after getting my MBA, I hear another knock at the door. This time it was my manager wanting to come and talk to me about using my business skills to start our own company. When I was a teenager, staring out the window in Miss Straight's history class, I couldn't see how the knowledge of the Roman Empire was going to help me get a job on the crab boat. Let me be honest with you, I really don't know how the Roman Empire helps me do my job today. But what I have learned is the more I prepare myself, the more opportunity I have. Today, that company we started has been in business for over 10 years. How did that happen? Preparation. Preparation should always precede opportunity. John Wooden once said, when opportunity knocks, it's too late to prepare. My question for you tonight is, what are you doing? Toastmaster.